We have 7,500 employees in this country. So we had set up a kiosk in Bangalore, I remember, and one of the teams, we had put up OMEN, and what they put outside was a W here. And then it becomes a woman.
Hello and welcome to Digit. My name is Yatnesh Dubey and today we are at a HP gaming portfolio launch here in Monkey Bar at Vasant Kunj, Delhi. And today we have a very special guest, Mr. Vickram Bedi, who is the Director of Personal Systems for HP India. And today we are going to be playing Dark Souls with him.
I can't recall who made your tune.
Jeremy Scott.
Yes, Jeremy Scott, man, I love him.
Yeah. Those are both with these shoes.
Oh my God, I love these shoes, God.
Hello, sir. Thank you for your valuable time.
You're welcome.
So, in return of your valuable time, we are going to make you play the toughest game out there, and that is Dark Souls. Chalo, theek hai. So let's begin. So I have already created a character for you. You don't have to go through that tough part. The only tough part that you have to do is now figure out how to play the game. But don't worry, I'm here to help you. So a WSD are the movement keys, and you also have the mouse for the movement. Yeah, for looking. So first you'll have to pillage the corpse over there. No. Just pillage the corpse. This E to pillage the corpse. E, yeah. Now you got the key. Now you can go out.
Go up here.
Okay. Just press E as okay. Yeah, go to that gate. Press E. Okay, first step clear.
Yeah.
Now you can get out and start playing the game. Read the message. No. Jesse लाल वाले आए ना. These are the messages that you have to read. No. Let me show you. Keep it like this. Keep it like this, and then this, and then this, and then this. This might be easy. Just 1, 2, 3, and then you.
ये तो कर लिया ना, वापस आ गया. I know that's something. You turned around.
Yeah.
You did this one already. Oh, you just dashed anyway. I like this game. Target lock release. Got it?
Like you're probably the only senior executive right now who's able to play this game. So let's continue on this journey, and I think the basics are clear. So we can begin with the interview.
No.
अभी नहीं.
This is better.
अरे नहीं we are.
इंटरव्यू कल कर लेंगे. तू
चलो
पूछ लेना क्या सवाल पूछना है.
अच्छा ठीक है. Are you a gamer at heart?
Yeah.
If yes, then what are your current favorite games?
Life.
Live. But like that's not what you can buy on Steam now. Oh. Wait. Move. Oh my God. I think you are glad that it's not live right now.
No, I would have killed him. If this was live, I would have killed him.
Back to my question. Any particular title that you have played recently?
To be honest with you, last couple of years, no, because of COVID and the workload, I was really off. Because I think nowadays work is in the morning, then in the night with the US guys and all that. So, a bit of Counter-Strike before that is what I used to like a lot. Then before that was Civilization, but mostly strategy and role play.
Yeah, strategy. I am a huge Warcraft 3 player. I love Age of Mythology. I love Age of Empires. Yeah, those games give you the time so you can like react to stuff.
Yeah, I like doing a little bit, thinking, going back. I mean, I even replay some board games. Like on the phone, for example, if I don't have time, I'll just play some chess.
Yeah, that's like a great mind teaser. Yeah.
You want a coffee?
No. You can take it off.
Red Bull?
No, I don't. Nothing.
Pani bhi pila do, please.
Haan,
That's
pani.
it. Thank you.
So, speaking of COVID, basically every brand had some strategy in place to navigate the challenges that arose with COVID, right? And like right now, as we can see, the COVID is going away. So, are those strategies still there? And what is the plan for like basically HP right now as we move forward in a post-COVID world?
Well, I think, one of the things I read somewhere, which I think is true, is sometimes the change agent goes away, but the change stays. So in our case, what happened is overnight, obviously, we had this COVID thing, right? So commercial, consumer, everything was changing for us.
Yeah.
On commercial, we had to deliver to customers' homes because they couldn't leave their home. We actually had to interact with police departments to get like permits. We were hiring charter planes from China to bring specialized flights into the country. All the things we had never done before. But I think it's a testament to who we are as a company and how agile our team is. And you'll meet some of them today. Because it was not so much about like, we haven't done this before. It was more about customers need the machines, we need to find a way. And how do we do it? For example, in India, the laptop was not an essential commodity.
Yeah.
So we had to go and get special permits, and only ETL was allowed to sell some units, right?
Yeah.
But there were students stuck at home. There were gamers stuck at home. There were creators stuck at home. They needed the laptops
Yeah, they needed every avenue they can.
because everything
get their hands.
was X from XFH, right? Earn from home, learn from home, work from home, play from home, you name it. So we had to get those machines to the customers. So we had to find all these ways of doing it.
Yeah.
And then when things opened up a little bit, even HP Worlds, when they opened up, they could not get customers inside because of social distancing. So then we had to make makeshift waiting rooms outside the HP World stores so they could sit in the sun, but in a comfort. So all these things we learned. And things you learn once never go away. Like this game it just taught me today.
Yeah.
I've learned it now, it'll never go away. Like the cycle you learned when you were a kid. You might not bicycle for 10 years, but it'll never go away.
I will surely send you a Steam friend request and I'll be checking your progress, how much you have progressed, right?
Sure.
ठीक है ना?
So basically, I think COVID has come and gone, but what we learned doesn't go away, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
and that's true in our personal life too. How to be more responsible, smarter, look after ourselves, take care of our loved ones. All those things we'll remember.
So any favorite personal and professional lesson individually that you learned through the COVID?
I think professionally is just be nimble and humble because we have all these grand plans and overnight everything can change and just it's not just in books, it happens in real life and it just teaches you to forget everything you know because it doesnn't work anymore. In my professional life that's never happened. There was always a way, there was always a tip, a trick. Nothing worked. You were sitting at home. My team was not able to work for 5-6 months. Business was shut down. So I had to take them on a call every day in the morning. We do a video call just to say hi, hello to each other, to keep the morale high. People are falling sick. Their family members were falling sick. We did a huddle like every day in the morning. And I told them is you have to pretend you're going to office because otherwise you won't have a routine.
Yeah.
So our 9 o'clock was our routine. We would wake up and brush and say hi and then all these things which it just teaches you leadership and teaches you brotherhood with your team. And what is a team if you're not there for each other, right? And personally, I think it's just, I don't know, to me, honestly, it helped me understand like what we think, like work, money, fame, hobbies, these are nothing. Life is everything. And if life goes away, there is nothing, right? And when things are tight, money is not going to help you. Your friends may not be able to help you. So you need to be resilient, but you need to just make the most of what you have right now because you might not have, we keep delaying things, right? I mean, we think I work for this company, so I am this guy. Or you work for this publication. It's just a part of who we are. And that work-life balance is it's up to us. Nobody's going to give it to us, right? And money is overrated, but life is not. So big lessons.
Yeah, absolutely, and I agree with you 100% over there. So things got a little bit, I would say, serious, philosophical and serious during this conversation. So back to gaming. So, straight up, how serious is HP about the gaming business in India?
You just said don't be serious.
In a fun way. This is
Very, very serious. We actually, I don't know. I mean, this is before you. I remember speaking to one of the publication, and we launched OMEN many years back in this country. And at that time, the question I used to get is, "Why are you doing this? There is no market. It's a small market." We launched laptops, desktops. We even had a backpack which could do VR.
I think I remember.
This is how many? 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And the question I used to get is, "Why are you doing this? Like, there's no market." And we said, "No, we don't care. The market will come. The Indian customers need this. Our gamers need this." Because all the insight we had was telling us our young population wants to compete at a global scale. How can you compete if you don't have the right tools?
Absolutely.
So we brought that in. Of course, India has done really well, as Indians always do. We are now in the top 3 gaming TAMs in the world. I think India will soon become even better than the top 3 because gaming is a lifestyle. It's not just about a device, right? And within that, we have done really well. We are now number 1 in gaming. We are driving a lot of growth. But we've always been strong at whatever we do. I mean, in this country, 1 in 3 PCs is HP. And gaming is no different. So I think for us, it's really big because it allows us to make people like happy and, and they achieve something. And they feel they can be more than who they are right now. And gaming, there is no boundary. There is no race, gender, city, geography. Nobody gives a shit. It's like you, the game, and the gamer, and it's all
all
equal,
about skills.
right? And so it's amazing what it can do and this is not for just young people, even old people who are tired, lonely, stressed. You get some downtime. You can communicate with your friends, socialize, enjoy life a little bit. So I think it's big business, but not just because of the business. It's big because it's a big thing that people achieve.
Yeah, it's not just a business; it's a culture as well.
It's a lifestyle, right?
It's a lifestyle.
Absolutely.
So, speaking of growth, mobile gaming has been booming, as you know. So, do you think it's going to eat away a little bit of share of the gaming market or the gamer audience that you intend to capture?
Gaming, see, mobile is a great companion to a PC, and I've maintained this for a very long time. One of the questions I got asked again, when I took this role 4-5 years ago, was like, well, India is a mobile country, what PC is? Similar question. And I talked to that about PC 2.0, that as people come into technology with mobile, a lot of them will want to create. Mobile is a consumption device. Mobile is a device, but it can do something. It introduces you. Some customers will want to do more. And the whole ethos of India in 2 words is do more, be more, get more, become more. Like more is everything, right? And so some customers will want to, same with gaming. Some customers want to game more, deeper, immersive, compete. Mobile phone is great and it will always continue. We've always thought of phones as a companion. Same has happened with creators. People consume so much content, and some people feel like, I want to create some content. I want to make some music. I want to make some designs. I want to make some games. And then you want the computer. So I think it's a great companion. And see, our generation, my older generation, I give this example a lot. Remember one shoe. One shoe is what I had when I was growing up. For school, for college, for studies, lifestyle, sports, basketball, boxing, one shoe. And nowadays, it's like a specialized tool. Same with gaming. You can't say I'm going to sit in an eSports and I'm going to do deep immersive gaming on my mobile phone. You look like you don't do it. When I'm sitting in a car doing something, yes, I'm on my phone. But when I want to do serious gaming, I want my laptop. And why should I have only one? I'll have one of each. I'll have a console, I'll have a laptop, and I'll have a phone. Depending upon what I need, I'll use any one. Screen stacking, you guys know what screen stacking is, right? I mean, everybody loves it and people keep doing it. So no, it's a great companion. I think even game developers recognize it, which is why so many titles are available on both.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have said, why develop on PC, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, speaking of esports, in which area is the HP most focused right now? Is it in esports tournaments? Is it in AAA gaming?
Both of them. We are focused on gamers. Our business is to satisfy the needs of gamers. And to be, our aspiration is to be 1 in every 2 PCs sold in this country. We are right now 1 in 3. And for that, you need choice. And you need to be able to cater to a multiple set of customers, which is why we have Pavilion Gaming, Victus, OMEN, and this is only gaming. Then we have a whole consumer lineup, which is similar. Then a commercial lineup, right? So, because our scale is so big.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, speaking of varied customers, what is the HP's plan of bringing more new audience into the gaming world, including women, that might define the future of gaming in India as well?
It's a tremendous topic. We even had a internal event we had done. We have 7,500 employees in this country. HP globally, most of the work we do is actually done in Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. All the coding, the customer support. So India, we employ thousands of people. So we had set up a kiosk in Bangalore, I remember, and one of the teams, we had put up Omen, and what they put outside was a W here. And then it becomes a woman. Yeah. So it was a small case W with Omen, and it was so when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, this is what we need to do.
So we will be seeing a W sticker shipped with every Omen desktop, right?
We can ship it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can ship it. Because I think the more talent, the amount of talent in this country that is locked up with women is amazing. And then we say this country has a talent issue. If we can just bring more women into everything, whether it's education or gaming or business or healthcare, we'd solve most of our talent problems. So, and which is why gaming is so great, right? I mean,
it's a great
you don't know who you're gaming with,
and
she'll probably whip you anyway. So, and it's great. So I think for us, it's about being agnostic in the first place, but where possible, have a community outreach. You touched upon the other part is what are we doing to drive gaming. One is this multiple brand lineup. The other one is not just outright purchase, EMIs, paper finance, credit cards, all of that stuff. The third one is using our HP worlds. We have 600 of them as mini gaming centers in places where gaming is not very popular right now. Set up a small gaming zone, let people come in and get introduced to gaming. Once in a while on a Saturday or a Sunday, have a local gamer who's pretty good. Have him come in or her come in, and they give tips and tricks on like if you want a game, you can do A, B, C, D, and get people interested. Because once they see it, then you just saw me with this game, right?
Yeah.
Then the game takes over, and then you're in flow. And once you're in flow, then you're off.
Yeah, you're then a whole another person entirely. So, let's speak about the products a little bit. Between thermal performance, design, and technical features, where do you think, where does the HP think that there is the most room for improvement?
I think the trickiest one is thermals and acoustics, because that's the trickiest one. I think obviously you want highest performance, and obviously you want the best looking design. But what makes that possible is this bridge, this glue, which is thermals and the engineering that goes behind it, right? Because gamers, I think sometimes are kind of a bit bipolar, because we want the highest performance and the sleekest of design. And those two don't like naturally sit together, right? But then to make it possible, I mean, you see the cooling in this product, or you see the cooling now, I'll talk about it today as well, under the 16 and the 17. That cooling that we've been able to do, and then being able to drive that cooling through the command center, that I think is the trickiest one, and that is where our engineering shines through the most. So to answer your question, of course, always the highest performance in the best possible design, enabled by a subsystem that allows for both of these to coexist. Believe it or not, the new Omen is actually lighter than the earlier one, better fan than the earlier one, more performance than the earlier one, but only because the thermals and the engineering allow for it.
Okay, that's nice. So I think HP has also recently released its Victus range of desktop, right? So would you like to explain what's special about them?
Yeah, Victus, I think, is again about taking the idea of Omen and expanding that and offering that to a wider base. To find that, because again, there are some gamers who are very enthusiast, some are casual, some are intermediate, and then broadening. And what we call internally, we've been calling it for 4 or 5 years, is democratizing gaming. It's for everyone. Everybody can participate. And Victus takes that same design language of Omen, makes it more available, takes also the latest and greatest technology, a lot of cues on cooling. And so you'll see the desktops for Victus downstairs, and we also have the Victus laptop. And it's then extending Omen, Pavilion Gaming, and then coming in between with a very distinct and unique language and a proposition. So then you almost have a transition as you go through the different
Entire range, right? So currently HP has Pavilion Gaming,
Right.
Victus, and Omen. Sorry. So are there any plans for future product differentiation or consolidation?
Well, I think it depends. I mean, so I'll answer that saying we have in our company, it's almost part of the HP way, is insight-based innovation, right? Innovation not for the sake of innovation, but innovation because it solves a certain pain point. So then what we like to do is observe what customers are doing with it. We have a bunch of research centers that look at basically how customers are interacting, what pain points they're feeling. So depending upon how that evolves, we will decide whether 3 is enough, 2 is enough, 4 is enough. Right now we feel like we have enough, good, better, best here. Then we have a whole consumer lineup. And then we have to acknowledge, right, there are customers who are happy doing casual gaming with a mainstream PC with a graphics card. And that's good because that's a segue for them, right? That's where they enter. So discrete graphics is great. And then that gives them that like taste of it. Then they come over to Pavilion Gaming, and then from there they go. So it's just the magnitude of gaming. Do you want a gaming PC that can do other things too? Or you do want a great PC that can do a little bit of gaming as well?
Let's talk about challenges. What are the major challenges currently that HP is facing going forward, especially in India and especially in gaming?
I can't think of any. Try thinking of it. I couldn't think of any.
Okay, it's fine.
I mean, to me, it's kind of like what needs to be solved.
Yeah.
And that's how we typically approach it, is what needs to be solved. And what needs to be solved right now is obviously the opening up of the economy, opening up of the markets, the hybrid workplace, the hybrid environment of even education is emerging to be as we go higher, and there's a level of hybrid coming into that. So then how do we solve for those new things? You asked that question before, right? COVID is gone, but what changes? So those are what we're trying to solve for right now. Is there was a platform and an offering before, and now there is a lot of hybrid. Actually, we were preparing for hybrid a long time before. We used to call it office of the future, and we used to also say we had this concept called one life, that customers don't care, consumer, commercial, this, that, whatever. Customers just want to do the best they can do. So there's a type of customer called a prosumer who wants to do both, right? Either the best of consumer or the best of commercial. So we were solving for those anyway, but now I think we just have to solve it faster. So that's just things we're trying to solve for right now.
All right, all right. That's a nice way to look at things. Yeah. So with the last question, I guess. So with 5G and Metaverse just around the corner, how do you think it will converge with gaming, or not converge with gaming? But like basically, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it'd be a whole different world. Like, we wouldn't even have to be here, and it would be almost like we were here because 5G would allow for that now. And then Metaverse, you probably wouldn't buy a physical Omen. You would actually buy like I mean, it just
An omen in the cloud.
right. You just don't know how it kind of evolves, right? But that's technology for you. I mean, who could have said 10 years ago that we'll be here today doing what we're doing? But that's how technology goes. Now we have to see when it lands. I have no doubts about the abilities of 5G and Metaverse when they come. Just the timing of it, when it becomes available, when it comes. And I think we don't know enough about it right now, to be honest with you. As we go forward, we'll start learning more about the abilities of it, the value prop of it, and the applicability of it. Because that's where, frankly, our insights come in. And our innovations will really start kicking in when we have the insights of what pain points can these solve.
Yeah.
And then we start applying to it. But I think 5G for sure, Metaverse is a bit more nascent right now, right? But 5G will basically change everything.
5G has clear applications that people can think of right now. But I personally think that Metaverse is something that is in search of problems at the moment, at least.
Well, I think anything nascent that emerges like that quite often goes like that. Now, maybe it'll find a home, maybe it won't find a home, but it definitely, there is something there. Now, that's again, as I said, right? The sweet spot, as you mentioned, will be when that starts finding a pain point it can solve. But the way social interactions are going, the way people want to interact with more and more people globally, maybe it'll solve some part of that interaction between across boundaries, geographies, with the combination of 5G. So I have my physical life and I can interact only so much, but then I kind of have my virtual life and I can interact with anybody and everybody. So it's kind of like, for lack of a better example, it's my virtual life, like home, name, everything, as real as my physical one, but that's there and this is here, and I am the common
A
factor.
virtual life to escape from this life.
Or augment or enhance this life.
Yeah. Even that is good.
But most of it we'll find out as we go. We just
Yeah.
need to stay open and keep learning from it and keep exploring it. And if there's any value, because our mantra is, how can we make our customers' life better by using technology? That's what we have to look for. And when we find it, we'll do it. But if it doesn't make an impact in their lives or makes it better, then there's a different question.
Sahi hai. That's a really good insight. I'm gonna note that. So, the last of the last question is, I promise it's the last one. So, what can fans and gamers expect from HP in 2022? Last.
Well, I think we're going to leave you with a hashtag today. So expect to hear a lot more of that on, because I think this is the launch, and then we'll carry the noise as we go forward on the Omen launch. We're going to kick in a pretty big marketing engine behind it, so that you will get to hear as we expand the Omen launch and we go forward. And we've already launched a Spectre recently. So this has come now. I mean, there's a massive NPI we have planned for the rest of the quarter across consumer commercial. So if you follow all our portfolio, you'll get to see all of that coming out as we go through the year. There's like a massive roadmap that is coming out. And we'll keep doing it every year, because as a company, this is all we do. We don't wake up and think about anything else. We are PC. We have carried PC when nobody cared about PC. We'll continue to carry PC when nobody else cares about PC. This is what we do. We wake up with this, we die with this. So we'll do whatever it takes to make PC exciting.
सही है चलो आई होप यू succeed in that immensely and all my best wishes are with you. Thank you so much for your time and I will be checking up on your Steam progress, don't forget that. Chalo. This was Yatnesh Dubey and thank you for joining for this very special interview. And if you like this thing, press like, share, subscribe, comment, everything else as well. And I will see you guys next time.